Good morning and welcome to 2025. Now, December was a fireshed month for me, and I was really throwing videos out every day. I think there was only 3 days of the month that I didn't post a video, create or post a video. That was never my intention. It just happened. There was just so much stuff going on. But that month, last month, really sparked my interest in the hobby again. Be it from working on the SIG Cadet wing and covering it and doing a little bit of gluing and sanding of wood, to looking at buying those old magazines and looking at the old magazines. And it was very bittersweet to begin with, because it just was a reminder of how things used to be. Now, I know that all things change and evolve as we go forward in time, but I think this last month sparked some things in me and hopefully in some of you that you hadn't felt in a long time regarding our hobby, as far as the way, in my opinion, the way the hobby is meant to be enjoyed, which is by building the airplanes yourself, putting sweat equity into them, covering them, and doing all the things that we used to do in the 70s, 80s, and 90s before things changed. So I've seen a lot of comments in some of my videos, and one of them was about Horizon Hobby killing off Top Flight Monocoque. Well, nothing could be further from the truth than Horizon Hobby killing off Top Flight Monocoque. The demise of this hobby has many factors that have contributed to where we are right now with the old days. I'll call them the old days of modeling, with balsa wood kits, glow engines, fuel, covering materials, and all of those things. So the first thing is, let's start with what a corporation is. A corporation is a company, a business, and what is its primary purpose? Its primary purpose of a corporation is to maximize the profits of its shareholders, period. That's its primary function. It doesn't care about anything else other than maximizing profit for its shareholders. It doesn't care about me, it doesn't care about you. All it cares about is profit. And what drives profit? Demand drives profit. And when you lose demand for whatever your corporation or company is producing, you're not going to be maximizing profit. So there are many things that went into the demise of this hobby, and the first thing is technology. And the technology in integrated circuits and those types of things, but primarily, in my opinion, it's battery technology and the growth of the electric segment of the hobby. Another contributing factor is just the generation, just the time. Video games, I think, has been a huge contributor to the demise of this hobby, because now you've got a generation of young people that would rather sit on their ass and play video games than actually learn something and build a model airplane. And then when they do decide to get interested in the hobby, what's the first thing they go for? They go for these stupid foam airplanes that are electric, that you can just take out of a box, charge up, and go fly. And if it falls out of the sky and doesn't get damaged, that's great. You know, what have they learned from that? They've learned very little. The aspect of a hobby that is so phenomenal, in my opinion, is how much you learn through the course of building a model, learning how to read plans. You learn about mechanical engineering and all sorts of things, covering, and then you fly it. But before you get to fly, you have to put a lot of sweat equity into this plane that you're building. There can be months, weeks, months that you invest in that, and then you're taking a risk. You take this huge risk to take it out to the flying field after you've installed all the radio, your engine, you check everything out, and you're taking this risk that you may destroy that airplane the first time you try and fly it. That's a risk you take. That's part of the hobby. That's part of the joy of the hobby, is you have to invest something of yourself, your time, money, your effort. You have to learn some things, and then you have to take that risk. If there is no risk involved in anything, how can there be any reward? So how can you blame companies for stopping selling monocoque or kits, manufacturing kits, when there is no demand for it? And the demand is driven by a younger generation of people that simply don't want to wait. They don't want to invest themselves. They don't want to invest in learning and their time to actually learn how to do this the proper way. So don't go blaming the companies when you can't find things. You want to blame somebody, and I'm not saying it's right to blame anything, but at least look at where the source of this is. And the source is to your right and to your left and to the people that are flying electric planes. So I'm going to leave you with this. Any of you that are out there that are completely into the electric hobby, you're the ones that are contributing to the demise of glow engines, balsa wood airplanes, glow fuel, etc. Period. That's the fact. Because the more people that are in the electric aspect of the hobby, the fewer there are people to demand the companies produce these other products. So it's all supply and demand. It's very simple economics. So whether you like that or not, that's the fact, and these are just my opinions. So hopefully this little commentary will hopefully stir up a little controversy and have you thinking about things a little bit differently, perhaps, when you go to plug in all those packs of lipos to go out to the field and fly a foam plane that you can't destroy. I'll leave you with that. Have a happy new year, and may glow engines and glow exhaust and glow fuel live forever.